I come from that generation which was very aware of the need to understand history. My name is Omar Bacha, and I'm the director of South African History Online, which is a website and a history project.
History Online is one of the few forms of popular education, if I may call it, where you actually get the history of not only individuals but movements and how movements have grown and some of the problems. Yeah.
After 1994, well, throughout that period, it's always been a continuous process of learning.
It's important for people to understand history, and I say that because we're a country in crisis.
You're talking about a new country, you're talking about a new identity, and the process of making a new nation.
We need new kinds of resources, of sources, new methods of also finding that knowledge. And so a platform like South African History Online, for example, can provide that.
I suppose you're interviewing me because I'm one of the survivors of the Rivonia trial. And Nelson Mandela said to me, "We're forming an army. You're an engineer, you know how to build bridges. Do you know how to blow them up?" And I said, "Oh, well, I think so, yes." And so I became a technical officer in the Western Cape Command of Mkhonto we Sizwe.
There's so many people who have contributed towards building South Africa, building Africa as a whole. Therefore, they're not documented or they're not given the platform to be recognized.
What is important about the project, it has been very non-sectarian.
This company uses a website to bring all that information out there, because usually it's in journals or textbooks, and people can't relate to that as much, especially ordinary South Africans.
What Omar and so has done is to capture the history of individuals and organizations other than the Communist Party.
The main goal of SAM, I mean there's many, but the main one is to preserve history, but also to relay history in a way that's unbiased and that allows people to tell their own stories.
The history of the children's movement is on SOA, South African History Online, and Omar was very helpful in helping us putting the project on the website.
When you look at the site, you will find there's a lot of information. But the site was also constructed in a way that supported teaching and learning of history.
We can now refer high school students, primary school students, even our smaller ones, to our history, because it's all there. It's very beautifully illustrated, it's very visual.
South African History Online and the Center for African Studies, they have a very long relationship, specifically around decolonizing education and transforming the University of Cape Town's curricula.
So we had, right from the beginning, a section called the classroom. And in the classroom today, you will find the entire history curriculum, the present curriculum. But that curriculum material is also linked to the rest of the site, so that the teacher or the student has access to much more information than you could put in a traditional school book.
SAO is an NGO, so we depend mostly on contributions. So we need to have a lot of campaigns on calling out to the crowds to assist us in terms of contribution.
There's more to be done. We also need more help from the public, because people don't know about SAO. People need to be told this organization exists.
An NGO that's contributing towards the people, that's not only writing what they think, but also going out to communities and writing about the hidden voices, forgotten voices. There's so many people who have contributed towards building South Africa, building Africa as a whole.
Bandem Ko, ko,